Hi, my name is Kelli Salas, and I will be talking about gender issues in a disaster. Before going into it, I want to explain why this topic is important to me. Before researching this topic, I knew that disasters affected genders differently. However, I was not aware of how extreme these differences and issues were. As a woman, it was important that I knew more about the gender issues occurring in a disaster, why might they occur, and what I might personally face in a disaster as a woman. To disclose, I am mostly discussing women as the issues most primarily are affecting them. Now to begin. In today's society, there are a lot of issues when discussing gender. Specifically, women are faced with many more vulnerabilities than compared to men. When it comes to disasters, this seems to be no different. For example, in 1991 in Bangladesh, Cyclone Gorky caused devastation, killing 140,000 individuals. The death ratio between genders was 14-1. That meant that 14 women were killed for every man. Sadly, this is not unusual. Women, as well as young girls, face more issues when it comes to disasters, especially in areas of poverty. Women are considered weak, dependent, and the primary caregiver of the family, while men are considered the providers who are strong and independent. Women, being the caregiver, gives more consequences to them in a disaster. However, men also face challenges. Men's roles as protectors and providers will put a greater sense of responsibility on them in a disaster, which can put them in risk's way. However, women face more issues in safety, psychological impact, sexual security, and more. In a scholarly article created by Mirza Ali Ashraf and Abdul Kalam Azad, it was noted that the needs of women are generally overlooked in the relief and recovery process, and their capacities and skills are not used as a resource in emergency management and planning. This shows a direct problem why gender issues occur, as women are not involved enough in the emergency planning, having their specific needs ignored. Having different perspectives leads to different questions being raised. If women were more involved in the emergency planning, they would have different perspectives and would allow different questions to be asked and answered. This highlights the importance of diversity in different institutions. There are numerous issues that occur for women in a disaster. The World Health Organization discusses these problems by explaining that while natural disasters causes concerns for everyone with the damage they create, women are more in danger when discussing reproductive and sexual health problems and experience increased rates of sexual and domestic violence. Not only are women's health at stake, but their security and safety. There is a way for these gender issues to decrease. For example, in International Recovery Platform, under Why Gender Issues in Recovery Are Important, it is noted that gender mainstreaming can reduce inequalities among gender groups. This could help minimize and prevent the damage occurring in a disaster. There are also organizations such as the United Nations Development Program, or the UNDP, that promotes gender mainstreaming as an effort to support women empowerment and women's safety. It is important to incorporate more women in the recovery and planning process as to give a voice for their needs and concerns. This is all the time I have. Thank you so much for listening and can't wait to answer any questions or comments. Thank you.